everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something fun, my goals for the year 2020. So I know everybody's in that season now of wanting to make updates and changes and figuring out what they're going to do to improve their lifestyle and their health and whatever situation they're in for the new year, right? It's motivating, it's encouraging, and you hope to the great goodness that you will stick with it, right? But this year, things are going to be different. So, if you have followed some of my journey, in the last year, I have lost 50 pounds following the ketogenic diet. So, things took, I've been through quite a journey. So about a year and a half ago, I experienced a relapse and ended up in the hospital for about 2 weeks where I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And in that time, I knew that I had a lot of growth. I had really had to learn how to walk again, how to talk, how to do cooking, so many different things. I had to learn how to just really take care of myself, let alone my family and everything else. So that really motivated me to make plenty of changes for the latter part of 2018 and 2019. And now 2020 is gonna be so great. So here we go, let's roll with what I've got. For 2020, my first goal is to lose the last 40 pounds of my total weight loss goal. So far I've lost a total of 51 pounds. It took me the better part of a year to lose, and this is the first time that I've ever followed a diet that really allowed me to shed the weight that I really wanted to. I found it to be simple and easy to follow. I found that it was very easy to, when you go out to a restaurant or to a friend's house or whatever, there were always options for you to utilize, and that didn't make you feel like you were an outsider or like that you were that friend that was like, oh, sorry, I can't eat that. You know, it was really, it was very liberating in that sense. So, and then to encourage that, I am looking into using ketones full-time for the next year to get those 40 last pounds off. So if you are in the last stretch of losing the last 40 or pounds, or like losing the last bit of the last chunk of weight that you want to get off, and you've used the ketones to help you, let me know in the comments below. Goal number 2, I am going to start training and getting more fit. I'm going to be starting to utilize exercise and doing some toning and weightlifting to achieve that. So past week I started the Couch to 5K program. We have a treadmill in the basement, so I've been using that and then following a protocol that I found online. It's super easy to find, Google it, and there's even calendars and schedules and lots of guidance there for you to follow. So check it out. The next thing, number 3, focus on sleep. So if you are not familiar with having multiple sclerosis, sleep is like non-existent. Like it's super challenging to achieve, because no matter what, your body is always running on empty in terms of energy. And so even though sleeping a lot is supposedly supposed to be helpful to you, you will never ever feel rested. However, it is still good to get more rest and try and get as much quality of sleep as that you can achieve. So that is something I'm going to be working on. And then in terms, what that means to me is like getting to bed at a certain time, drinking like chamomile tea, like shutting off electronics, not watching TV, maybe reading a book instead, just following something that's a bit more of a mellow and restful process. Sleep. The next one is going to be very challenging. Goal number 4, less electronic time. I'll admit, I love my electronics. I like using my computer. I like using my phone. I like to be on Facebook. I like to, connect with people a lot in that way. And because of my MS, because I have low energy in that sense, it's a great way for me to stay more in touch with people without exuberating. Is that the right word? Lord help me. or like using up a lot of energy that I technically don't have. It's kind of a fun way for me to stay in touch with people, still have like some kind of social aspect without actually having to utilize a lot of what I have physically to achieve that. However, I'm planning on using like a tracker and reminder on my phone to be like, hey, you've used X amount of time on your device today, time to switch off. I think like, oh, I'm gonna turn my phone to silent after a certain time each night as well, just so that if I'm getting notifications or whatever else, I'm not tempted or, what is that word? Like noise pollution, is that right? No. I don't even know. But anyway, I'm not having like those alarms going off saying like, hey, you have a message, you have a notification, you have this, you have that. I'm like, nope, by like a certain time, I'm done and over with. And like, if it's really that important, you know, they can contact my husband and I will contact that person in the morning. So next one. Letting things go. So if you are familiar with Enneagram stuff, I am a number 4 on the Enneagram. I'm a big time feeler. I feel all the feels all the time, and I feel for others all the time. And sometimes that comes with like taking things too personally. It takes me a bit longer to cope with things and to get through things. And so that's something that I really want to work on, and just really focusing on like, what is something that truly matters? What is really worth my time putting my energy into? Who are the people that are worth my time to be around? Who really wants to be in my life? Like, who is showing that interest and wanting to take part? That is something that I'm going to do. And that is also going to be rolling into my next one. Trusting God more. So if you follow me for a little bit, a while, you know, my faith in God, it has been growing like over the years and is a big part of my life. We go to church every week and we're involved in our church, and our community is great. There are so many great people, and just, I don't know, there's just so much greatness that comes with it. I could go on and on and on. That's not for this video. Anyway, but just staying more true to myself and my goals, and just trusting God more with what comes along with that. And so that is going to be a big part of my spiritual growth. So spiritual growth is going to be, it's going to be right up there with the rest of it. Last one. For now, anyway, growing my YouTube channel. This has been a dream of mine for such a long time, to be sharing my journey, to be connecting with others in terms of whether it's like motherhood, womanhood, with sharing recipes and lifestyle, and especially my journey with multiple sclerosis. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of people out there who share on this platform. And so I think it'd be really great to connect with other people who have it, who are experiencing it, who feel like they may have it. I've had people reach out and saying, hey, these are my symptoms, and you know, how did you go about it, and all the things. It's been really awesome to connect with other people who have experienced similar things to me, or who are on a similar path. And it's just nice to be able to connect to someone who has been on the same, on a similar journey. So it's very comforting, and it's just really nice to have that support in that community. So I also use, not only do I use food, but I use like essential oils and vitamins and supplements to really aid my ultimate health. Also, in terms of my YouTube channel, being fearless and confident of what I'm sharing. I know that there are a lot of people out there who, it's common for people to just have like a negative responses and things like that, that they openly and freely choose to throw at people. In all honesty, that's fine. That's them. That's their. If that's what they choose to put out in the world, that's fine, because that's on them. But that is something that's, or adjust to some of my choices for putting out more content. The fact is, like, that's all on them. That's not on me. This is my journey, and I'm gonna be sharing like what has worked for me, and you know, it's okay for me to like change my ideas, or, you know, make adjustments and see what has worked, what hasn't, and blah, blah, blah. And if people have their opinions about that, that's fine, because I need to do this for me and not for the negativity. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for stopping by and seeing what I'm gonna be doing, what I'm gonna be updating and changing for 2020. Make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on anything, and hit the little bell so you get a notification every time I share a video. If you feel like this is helpful for anybody who may be in a similar situation to me, please share it with them. I would love to connect with them and just grow that community. So thank you so much for stopping by and supporting me, and for getting in touch, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.